Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Thursday Live with Coach Deborah. I am so happy to have you here with us today. Cynthia, thank you for tuning in. Hey, as you know, this month we're talking about that blueprint for resources. And if you missed Tuesday night's Blueprint for Success with Coach Stella Major, let me tell you, you need to go and check it out after you hear this, before this weekend is out. It was amazing because there we talked about few, and that few was food, energy, water. Those are resources. But beyond that, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of resources. So we went on to talk about education, wisdom, and all the tips and the tidbits. And hey, it was just out of this world. So you have to go back and check out Few from Tuesday night. But I hope you enjoyed tonight just as much as we continue talking about Blueprint for Resources, because, you know, so many people miss out on different situations, different opportunities, different things in life because they don't know where to go and get different resources from. There's just resources for everything. Education, if you get your lights turned off, if you're traveling and you run out of money, like I said, scholarships, different types of scholarships. If you have an illness, if you're suffering from mental health, if you are, hey, you name it, there's a resource for it. So that's what we're talking about this month. And if you don't know, you don't know. So we want to try to help inform you about different situations and how resources can assist you, Deacon Holmes and Dan. So that is what we're going to be talking about. But I do want to remind you to please subscribe to my YouTube page. That's Build Your Best Life with Deborah D. Smith. Please subscribe. Even though you're here on Facebook, I love it. I appreciate it. But please subscribe to my YouTube page as well. And as always, I thank you for those likes, shares, and comments. Those are always helpful. That makes me see that you're engaged. I'm not here by myself, because you can click me on and then go do the dishes, go cook, go get the kids. And so but when you commenting and I can see that you're sharing or whatever, then I know that you are engaged and you are here. Hello, Shonda. Thank you for tuning in. So please do that for me. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you just joined us and you missed Tuesday night, please go back and view with Coach Della Major and myself. Well, tonight on Thursday Live, my topic is I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. And I know you say, where's she going with this one? Where's she going with this one? But you know how it is. Someone passed by and they see me and they say, they may see me and I'm just like, and they'll come by and they'll say, hey, Coach Deborah. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Elder Deborah. Hey, Deborah Smith. How you doing? Oh, I'm okay. I'm great. Am I? Am I really doing okay? Hi, Catherine. Thank you for tuning in. Am I okay? That's a good question. Good question. So when you ask someone how they're doing physically or mentally, they are quick to say, I'm okay. I'm okay. Most times people they're going to either do one or two things. They're going to say, I'm okay, whether they are or not. Are they going to tell you this long 20-minute story about what is not right at the time? Right, Agnes? So let me give you some statistics that I found as I was looking into resources and what's going on and the areas that people tend to say they're okay and they're not. Now, here in the United States, 50% of people believe that their health is a priority. 50%, okay? Then 95% say that their mental health is essential. 95%. Yes, my mental health is essential. I need to take care of my mental health. But guess what? Out of that 95%, there's only 26% of people that take their mental health as a priority. And I'm sure you know that mental health issues are on the rise in the United States, in Europe, the islands, everywhere. Mental health is on the rise. There's a lot of things going on. Hello, Andrea Armstrong. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Now, as we talk about mental health a little bit, the number one most diagnosed mental disorder is anxiety. Anxiety. And just think about it. You have children going to different schools, different types of schools. They leave grade school, elementary school, they go to middle school, they go to high school, they go to college. So they're changing. They have to meet new people. They have different personalities. Some are outgoing, some are really, really shy. So if I'm really, really shy and I go to a new place, it's like it's a big thing for me. It's not like if I'm all outgoing and I think I'm all of that, and hey, I might be, but I'm just outgoing and I'm friendly and I don't meet a stranger. It's okay for me probably to go to a new place, but think about someone that is really, really shy. They just do talk to someone that they've known for a year, and here you pluck me up and you move me. So I have that going on. The schoolwork to me every year gets more intense. I look at my grandkids' homework and it's like, they're doing that? Hey, I was doing that in high school. Wow. So that is intense. People tend to make fun of you, whether you are the cutest thing going or not so much. They're going to find something to pick on, to bully. You're fat. You're too skinny. You too short. You too tall. Why do you wear that? Why don't you wear this? What kind of bags that you got? Oh, it's a fake. It's always something. So you can imagine why anxiety is the number one diagnosed mental illness. That is, that can just grab you. Like, I mean, I had one of the kids, hi Brady, one of the kids in children's church Sunday. It was like, and I was telling them about praying and how God can just do anything. So if something's going wrong, you just pray. And the little boy raised his hand. He's like, well, what if it's somebody that you just, they just won't leave you alone, regardless, they just won't leave you alone. I said, well, you got to pray. God will move them. But they just aggravate me so much. I just want to hit them. I said, no, you can't want to hit them. You got to pray. I said, because God will move them. I said, well, what you got to do, you just got to, you can't be like them. And just pray and ask God, God, I don't know why they don't like me. I don't know why they try to pick on me. But, just keep it moving and just pray. And God will move them out of your way. They'll either go to another school. You'll be on different time zone, times you go in this place, they going somewhere else. Eventually they see they can't rile you, they'll get to like you. But I just want to punch them. I said, you can't punch them. You got to pray for them. I said, and then what you do really, you see them, just smile. Hey, and keep it moving. Don't even look at them. Okay. But just think about it. I smiled as I had this conversation with him, but he was just really, really serious. He's like, I tell them to leave me alone and they won't. That is enough to make you anxious. You're trying to go to school, to do your schoolwork, to do what you're supposed to do, but somebody wants to aggravate you. And hey, what do you say to the point? I just want to sock them. So that is a lot of the things that are going on while we have so much mental health. We have things that are going on, and a lot of times kids will keep it inside. They don't even let their parents know that, hey, this person is doing this to me or that to me or whatever. So it is really something that we need to be cognizant of. Now, of those ages 15 and older, it gets into the income brackets. Well, they say that in the low and middle income brackets, 58% of people say or feel that their mental health is important. While in the high income bracket, only 28% of people think that their mental health is important. So I wonder why. So they're in the high income bracket. So they're able to drive to school or be chauffeured to school or wear the nicest clothes, wear designer clothes, handbags. If they're not doing too well in a class, their parents can afford to get tutors for them. So, hey, not a worry in the world, but my mental health is fine. But, I can make fun of these other people. I can egg them on, and I say children, but you do know adults do that too. You have some people you can go somewhere and you know who they are. They will watch you from the time you hit the door to the time you sit down. When they get ready to have a conversation with your friend, they can tell them what kind of everything you had on. They'll be able to tell if it was designer label, if it was off the rack or whatever. What difference does it make? Half of the stuff I don't even know, and I don't care. It's like whatever I want to put on, that's what I'm going to put on. But people don't understand what they are doing to other people and really, really taking them through it. So because as well with mental health, it's different if someone says, well, I have I don't know, I'll say urinary tract infection, or I have a bad case of COVID or whatever. Now they'll say, okay, I need to go get some help. I took a test and, something's not quite right with my kidneys or whatever. It's okay. I need to go get help. But if they begin to feel a certain type way, all of a sudden they don't want to be touched, they don't want to talk to anybody, things a little different, then that's mental health. So I can't, I can't bring that up. So when somebody asks me how I'm doing, I gotta say, I'm okay. I'm okay. Because I can't dare say, oh, I'm just so stressed out. I'm about to lose it. Because if you say that at work, somebody gonna run and tell me, you better check her out because she said she's about to lose it. These people just go postal like that. So you gotta say, hey, I'm okay. I'm all right. And you're really not. And you should be able, even at work, to seek some help, or whatever. But because of the stigma and everything, a lot of people are hesitant to get help. And again, this is another reason why this diagnosis is increasing. So let's talk about some of these a little bit more. All right, some people will not, say that they're okay or whatever, because they feel like if I admit that something's not quite right and I go get help, then I'm going to always need help. I'm just going to always need help. So right now, if I'm stressing, I've been stressing, I found out one of my relatives was really, really ill. I began to stress about it. Then they began laying off at work. They haven't laid off in my department yet, but I don't know if it's a matter of time or whatever. So I'm just nervous about that. I got a child that's a junior. They'll be a senior next year. What if I lose my job? I just need some help, but I can't let anybody know I need help, because if I do, then I'll be getting help for the rest of my life. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. That happens every single day, every day. Another one. Well, I don't like to take medicine, even if I have a headache. I just try to endure it. I might let the headache last for a day or two because I don't like to take medicine, whatever. If I go and see someone, they may say, I need to get Xanax. I need to get something else. I need to be on something, because if not, it's going to get worse. But I don't want to take medicine. If I take medicine, then when I go to the doctor, then they're going to say, what medications are you on? And then when I tell them, then they're going to think something wrong with me. I don't want to do that. I don't know. I'm just not going to do anything. If anybody says anything, I'm just going to say, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's not okay. Believe me, it is not okay. Let's see what Christine says. See, in a lot of families, it's still taboo to discuss. They don't want people to know why they need help. But it is getting better. But it's still happening. You are so right. Yes, even within families. No, we gonna pray about it in the house. We not going outside the house. So we're not gonna talk to anybody, because we don't want people talking about you or whatever. And that's sad, because while there are so many people that say I'm okay and they won't get help, there are still thousands and thousands and thousands of people that sit right next to you. They see a therapist and it's helping them. They don't have to advertise that, but that's just to let you know that it's okay. It's not, I don't know, I guess back in the day, it's like they use those words like, oh, she crazy. You take the least little thing to calm you down. Oh, well, first of all, you're not supposed to say things like that. And then it's not true. Just because you need something to calm you down sometimes, just like some people, they have bipolar disorder. which is a form of mental health. And I never knew anything about, someone with that, but until I worked with a couple people, and it was like, okay, because they had to take medication in order to regulate whatever, and if they didn't, you knew it. And sometimes it wasn't pretty either. So me on the outside looking in, you have it and it's okay. You can't help it. It's not something you said, hey, I'm gonna try that. Try it on me. But you have the medication and you have to take it because you know the difference in those days when you don't take it. It's like everybody run for cover, hoping you stay at your desk and don't try to interact with anybody else. Life is, hi, Catherine. Life is pulling at us at many directions. We forget to stop and rest. Yes, we have to find a balance. Amen. Text me every now and then and remind me of that because I'm doing too much and I know it. But you are so right. We don't. And it is, like I said before, it's like different. I mean, it's like different because you say, well, all this stuff was happening before. But like I say, the schoolwork is getting more intense, with people and jobs now. It's like they're trying to do different things with AI. And they don't want to hire as many humans. So they're getting all this AI stuff. And it's like I was about to lose it because y'all know I need my internet, right? Luckily, I have two. I have my main internet, and then I have another router and another internet that I have. My internet went out last Thursday, and boy, AI was not going to let me talk to a live person. And I would Google, and it said, well, keep hitting the pound button, keep hitting the stop button. I did that. I yelled at AI. They didn't care. It's like, hey, you're not talking to anybody. You better get on that computer and click this and do that and go talk to somebody virtual. And I'm like, they are not going to be able to help me because they don't even understand. But I finally did get somebody, and see, they had to replace my modem. But it is so much going on. And like Catherine said, if you don't stop, breathe, take a breath, and it's like, you think, okay, like I have a to-do list. And so I know this is what I'm going to be doing today, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, that's what you plan to do today. But you get an emergency. Hey, I need you to take care of this. Okay, so I got to put this other stuff on the side. And I got to do that. And in the midst of that, hey, mama, I need you. Hey, you know what that means. You need mama. Hello. I know I got to get this done. Wait a minute. I got to take care of the child. So we do have a lot of things going on and getting pulled in different directions. And we need to take a break. And it's so interesting. I've been researching a lot of things. And one is, I'm in children's ministry, and we're getting ready for our retreat next weekend. And so I'm going to be talking about renew. And it was just like, I was researching and looking, it's like, okay, all right, it's telling you, you even need to have spiritual rest, a rest from spiritual. And like sometimes people don't understand when they say, well, why you can't come to this? My mind and my body is tired. I'm going to go home and take a nap. I've been up since 5:30 and I'm wired and I need to rest. And we cannot rely on others to tell us when we need to rest. God will tell us and our bodies will tell us. So we need to take heed and get that rest. And then, that will diminish some of the issues that people are having with mental health because it will be on you before you know it. Most definitely. Another one is, so I was talking about medication. Now this is one, and this does hit a lot of people. I can't afford treatment. And this is one reason why we are talking about resources this month, because if you were on earlier, and I said that there are resources for everything. So don't say you can't I can't get treatment because I just don't have the money. If you don't, and you know what your income is, your bills, you know what it is that you have going on, you need to find out who you can go to. There are facilities that will help, and they will charge you based on um, your income versus your expenses. And it's sad, and that's stressful as well when you know you need help for something, one of your children or a loved one, and you can't afford it. That's very stressful. One of my kids, well, my mom kept him, and he never had to talk. So whatever he pointed at, she gave it to him, and he wasn't around any other kids, just us. And so we gave him what he wanted. So he was slow in developing his talking. And so pediatricians say, hey, he needs to go to speech and hearing clinic. I'm like, okay, not a problem. So I go there, and then when they tell me how much it is an hour, I was like, tears just started rolling down my face. It's like, my child needs to be here, and I can't afford it. I don't have it. I was a single mom. I did not have it. And she said, wait a minute. Wait. Tell me, how much do you make? What are your bills? And I told her. When she finished, she said, okay, it won't cost you that. It'll cost you $7 an hour. I said, thank you, Jesus. But it was a resource. So you have to ask questions. And sometimes you don't want people to know things, but if you don't know, you have to ask someone that can assist you, because they may know, hey, if you go over to this place, they have excellent doctors. It is a learning hospital. They take in people. And because those doctors are training, they will do it for less money, and they will do it based on your income. Some places will do it free. It's just like with dental. You might have something going on dental-wise. Colleges, they have times that you can go get your teeth cleaned and fixed for free, because they have to have somebody to work on. So resources. So don't give up. Oh, and I'm getting all excited, but I know how it is. Some people don't think, may think one thing or whatever, but I know how it is when you don't have it, and everybody does not have it. Another one is people will label me. And, I said that earlier, today we're not supposed to be doing things like that, calling people out and making fun or whatever, but people will do that. Well, she don't go over there. If someone needs help, you never know what somebody is going through once they leave out that door. If you work with them, you go to church with them, the kids go to your child's school, whatever, that's like no one knows what you go through. You don't know what they have to go through. You don't label people. You try to help people. And if you can't help them, you keep your mouth closed. You don't say anything. Is it true? Is it nice? Is it necessary? Probably not. So keep your mouth closed, and don't label people. Don't call people out of their names or whatever. Because people don't do bad because they want to do bad. If something is going on, it's just what life has thrown them at the time. They want to do better. So if you can't help them, don't try to hurt them. Just don't do that. And another one, I don't have time. Well, some things you have to do, you have to take time for, right? We say we don't have time for a lot of things, but we find time to do things that we say we don't have time for. But if it's something, again, going back to what Catherine said, getting that rest. If we know it's something that's going to benefit us, we gotta find time. We have to find the time. And Coach always says everybody has the same 24 hours. So it's what you do in your 24 hours. So would you prefer to sit up and binge some TV show, knowing that you're already tired, you got a lot on your plate, you're trying to do for yourself, you're trying to help your elderly parent, but then you're going to stay up all night just watching TV. You're drained when you get up the next day. You find out you go in, the washer is broken, the washer leaking water, your child in school calling you, they need something. You don't know, one of those things may just make the whole dam just burst wide open. So we have to take the time for ourselves to get that rest, to get that balance, to do those things that we need to do. If we need help, we need to take the time to reach out and get that help. And this last one that I have, I am beyond help. There's no help for me. Just like mine, never say never. Don't say that. You're not beyond help. It may feel like you're going through a lot. It's hard. And you may say, well, Coach Deborah, you up there saying that, but you don't know me. No, I don't know you. But, I know some people right now, they don't only have bipolar. They got bipolar. They got problem with drugs. They got a problem with alcohol. They got problem with social situations that happened years ago. They got 5 or 6 things, that one person on them. So I know people have, tough situations, but that's why you can't always say I'm okay. And just keep going. Sometimes, you even might need a hug. How many people never, ever get a hug? That may be because you live by yourself. You only live with their kids. You've never taken the time to give them a hug. So you're busy all the time and you don't, you just don't. You just might need a hug. I'm not saying that the hugs is going to get rid of everything that's going on, but I'm saying a hug can do so much. And I say that a lot, that, you know what, that's probably a lot. I just love it when the little kids run up and say, hey, Uncle Smith, and give me a hug, and I hug them back. And some of them, that might be the only hug that they get for that day, for that week, until they see me next Sunday. And some of the people that they're hugging, that may be the only hug they get. And sometimes you got to hug yourself, but do you know how, if you've been missing a hug, nobody's hugged you, and someone hugs you, it's like, oh my goodness, that's just the best feeling. It feels like it's just a weight off of you. Somebody cares enough to even give me a hug. So think about the words that you say, the actions that you do, the looks that you give people, because again, we never know what someone else is going through. But think about all these things that I said, and for the majority of them, they're myths, they're things that people have out there, but those things are not going to help you if you need help. So, find that help. If someone that you love, someone you work with, your family member, someone you come in contact with, if you've been noticing things just don't seem right with them and they keep saying I'm okay, don't let it keep festering and getting worse. Say something. Even you pull them aside, say, I want to talk to you. I'm used to you always smiling. You always got something, encouraging word for other people. You're always, sending people inspirational things to read. But lately, you just seem like there's just not something right. Is it, something you want to talk about? You need me to pray for you? Whatever I can do, I'm here to help. Because, you never want, you see something and something's not right and you don't say anything, you don't do anything, and that person harms themselves. It'll make you feel some type way. So if you feel like there's something that you can speak up and do to help someone, by all means, please do it. And you may be saying, well, I don't even know the traits myself. I don't know what to look for, so I can't help. Tune in Tuesday. I have a licensed clinical therapist that will be on Tuesday. And she's going to, tell us a lot about mental health and what we can look for, and maybe some of the things that we can do to assist other people. So please tune in Tuesday. Don't forget Saturday, but I want you to tune in Tuesday at 5:30 Central Standard Time and 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Because I think it's really, really going to be good. Hi, Lakeisha. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm really looking forward to having Miss Shabrina Thomas is going to be with us on Tuesday as we talk about our topic. And I know it's going to be great. So, think about it. Think about these myths and understand that mental health is essential to your success. If you don't feel quite right, you need to seek help. If you're looking at somebody else and some things don't seem quite right, you need to, again, say, hey, what is it that I can do? And I have a couple numbers here I'm going to put in the comment section. And one is national information, and that's the first one. And then it's one I found here in Florida. So maybe be helpful for someone. So, if you think that this information today will assist someone else, please share, because that's the only way that some people will get the information that they need, is if someone will take the time to share with them. And Saturday for Saturday morning reel, my topic is going to be going it alone. So if you can join me Saturday morning, that will be 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time and 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, as I will talk about going it alone. And as I always talk about here on Build Your Best Life this year, we always talk about blueprint for success, but we are also declaring Jeremiah 29:11 over all of your lives. All of your lives, because God wants you to have what? Prosperity. He wants you to have prosperity, not disaster, not bad situations, not mental health. He wants you to have prosperity, and he wants you to have the future that you hope for. Okay, but in order to do that, you need to design your blueprint for success based on the plans that God has given you. Put in the work. Follow them and build your best life. And remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan. It's our commitment. And I hope you've had time to get that information out of the comments, but you can go back and look at it after we are off the air. But take it easy. Get you some rest tonight. Reflect. And I hope to see some of you on Saturday morning. And I want to see everybody Tuesday. Enjoy your evening. Love you all. Bye-bye.